All right, so this is your first ever official wrestling interview, official solo wrestling.
Official solo wrestling interview. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome.
I'm excited.
Well, me too. I don't. We'll just chat. We'll just hang out.
Well, let's chat and hang out.
I'm
ready to go. I'm already in a comfy position. I got my new jeans on. They're looking stylish, regardless of what they think in the corner. But I'm ready to go.
Let's not lie. These chairs look comfortable. They are not comfortable.
I would have to disagree. I'm very comfy right now. Do you see just my posture? Yeah. I'm relaxed and ready to give an interview.
That's it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Austin Gunn, you were wrestling, or it was going to be Austin Sopp. What's the deal here?
I have no idea because I'm not really in it yet. So I mean the ideas were like flowing a little bit at first, and obviously my father, Billy Gunn. I don't know what my character is supposed to be yet because I'm not at that developmental stage yet, like in my wrestling career. But I mean, just to kind of dip my feet in the water a little bit, we had our first tag team match. That was my first match to kind of get into it. Yeah. And then I had a solo match, and I had to go by something. So I was like, my first name's Austin, and I want people to know who I am at least, just so they get a kind of an idea until I start taking that path.
But if I saw the picture correctly, you're wearing your dad's ring gear, right?
I wear everything that he wears. Everything. From the wrist tape, from the gimmick, to the shorts, to the boots, everything that he wears, I have the smaller version of it.
And you're just giving people smaller famousers too?
Yes. He didn't let me give that, so I gave a splash to Adam Rose in my first match. Okay. And so I think I did it very quite well.
By the way, his father, Billy, is in the room here.
Yeah.
And so is Adam Rose, if you haven't seen any of these other
red
chair interviews.
Building fast. So I'm glad he's over there. I'm glad he had his interview, and just we're trying to stay kind of apart from each other right now.
So who was in this tag match? Who was in your debut match?
So it was Demos, the fearless leader. It was Demos, and it was of course Adam Rose, and
I think his name was Chris something.
I think it was. It was those three against me and my father. So
3-on-2?
3-on-2. It was unfair. The odds were never in our favor. But you know how the Guns do. We always prosper and come out of it.
When and where did this happen?
I think it was Valdosta, Georgia. Yeah, Valdosta, Georgia. We took a whole bus there. My family ordered a big van and made it a big ordeal. They had cutout heads of me, and they had, I think, Austin Gunn written on the side of the van, customized. It was a whole big ordeal. We went up there and kind of, I don't know, I thought it was a great experience. I think it was a lot different than other people's first matches, and they made it really special for me. So,
how many times have you watched that match video back?
You
got to be honest here.
So
yes,
right
of course.
Match,
You should.
I was like, I wanted to know and go straight into film study. I go, Dad, what do you think about this? How did I do?
And what did he say?
And he said I did absolutely terrible. He's a horrible father. I'm just kidding. No, he said I did really well, and I got a lot of compliments from it, and I was very fortunate to be working with Adam Rose, such a good wrestler, and just, I mean, good head on his shoulders. Hopefully we can work together in the future.
Adam Rose is here.
Oh yeah, I didn't even recognize him over there. What's up, man? Hey, bro. It's like an asteroid, you know? It's just...
Here's the thing. If your father or mother is a wrestler, you either totally want to become a wrestler or you're the complete opposite and you want to go nowhere near it.
Yeah.
Why did you choose to want to do this?
I think growing up, just being around the business, just meeting The Rock and Stone Cold, but it was all normal to me at the time. I was very little growing up around these people. And then in school, they were like, what, your dad's a wrestler? And I'm like, yeah, it was just an everyday thing for me. And then growing up, I kind of got a better understanding for the business and kind of how it worked. And I was like, well, maybe I'll be kind of good at this. So they said I couldn't do it until I went to college and graduated first, and that's understandable. So I just graduated this past Mother's Day, and I'm ready to get into it. But, I mean, growing up, he said I could do anything except wrestle. So in my mind, I'm going, you know what? I'm going to do everything. Well, actually, I'm only going to wrestle, yeah. So I was like, yeah, I just want to do this. I want to try it out. I feel like I'd regret if I didn't try it at least one time. So.
And who are you training with?
Billy Gunn, great wrestler. He was at WWE once upon a time. Great teacher.
Yeah, you're with the Dudleys, right?
Yeah, I'm at Team 3D Academy, training every Wednesday when he's there, and kind of just taking it slow right now. I'm coming back off an ACL injury, but I'll be stronger than ever, and I can't wait to kind of really dive into it 100%.
How did you tear your ACL?
Training. I think it was partially my teacher, but you know what? I'm extremely athletic, so I think it was my teacher at the time. But no, I was just warming up and kind of doing some stuff that I knew how to do, preparing for a match actually with him. And I just made a wrong turn, and my feeding need to be trained in a little differently because I played lacrosse and football, and I'm used to going side to side instead of forward and back.
Sure.
So I just made a wrong turn, and I felt it go, and I was like, you know what, whatever. But
as you're getting into the industry right now, what are your goals? Maybe some immediate goals, and then what's like the ultimate goal for you?
I don't know. I think right now I want to take it all in and be able to like remember this experience, like remember coming here and having my first interview, having my first match, and what that really meant to me, and kind of establish a name for myself instead of kind of backpacking off his gimmick, because I don't want to be known for that like 100%. I kind of want to make a name for myself to make sure that other people know that I really want to do this, and not just, oh, my dad's a wrestler, why don't I get in the business? Because that's not really how it worked, and that's not really our agreement. So it's like, I really want to do this, and I'm really passionate about it, and I think I'm fairly good at it. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I don't know what my end goal is. I mean, I just want to have fun while I'm doing it, and if I make money or make a name for myself, then that comes with it. But I'm just having fun right now.
Do you know when you're booked next?
I have no idea. I want to make sure I heal better and I'm 100% right mentally and physically, and then we'll get into it. I'm just very in the early stages right now. But I have my own T-shirt. If you're ever wanting to buy this T-shirt, go on ProWrestlingTees.com. You can get all mine. New shirts coming soon.
That's a good shirt.
Yeah,
it is a good shirt.
They made it for me, actually. They surprised me with it before my first WrestleCon this past in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And I really fell in love with it. I thought it summed me up pretty well. Generation Next. I'm coming soon, obviously. I really like the design, and I don't know. It's just my first shirt. I love it. I love it. And I gave it out to all my friends and everybody. So.
What was the best part and worst part of having a professional wrestler like Billy Gunn as your father?
Well, speaking of the Billy and Chuck thing, I'll do the negatives real quick. So obviously he was on the road a lot of the time, and being younger, I didn't really understand that. But when he was around, I was like, oh, all right, here we go. Like, Dad's back home. But it's just part of the job, and I understand that. I understood that growing up. But then the Billy and Chuck thing, it's actually a funny story. He like kind of sat us down when that whole thing was getting really hot. He's like, listen, your dad's not really gay. And this is a whole gimmick. And because at school, they were like, oh, your dad's gay, ha. Your dad's kissing another dude. And I was like, that's not my dad. Like, I have a mom. What do you mean? Like, I was trying to put the pieces together. But I understood the business enough back then. I was like, dude, my dad's not really gay. You know, you guys don't understand. No, I saw it on TV. I was like, so I had to ride with it a little bit. So I got a little heat from that. But I think the best part, I really, I don't know. I mean, you're a great dad. I'll give you that one.
Hey.
I mean, I think
You're a good kid, he says.
The best part, I don't know. I guess it's very unique growing up and meeting The Rock and meeting The Undertaker and meeting Stone Cold and Adam Rose. It's just like you grow up and meet these people, and it's just like they're kind of just like friends to you, and like you're hanging out with them and you're backstage with them, and you get to see this whole process. And other people, when you're walking like around the mall, they're like, oh my gosh, that's Billy Gunn. And I go, no, that's just my dad. Like, it's just like very normal. And I don't know, I just growing up in the business or around it, it's very normal, but it's awesome. It comes with its benefits for sure.
Who was your favorite wrestler growing up, and don't say your dad?
I think it was Demos. I don't know. I don't know if I had a favorite wrestler that I needed to see. Like, oh, I need to see him.
Billy, who was his favorite wrestler?
You know what? He never really had one.
He didn't have one, huh?
It was because, like you said, it's very normal. Like there's,
Sure.
like there's my friend right there, The Rock. And you go, oh my God, right?
I mean, I used to go up to him and he would sell for me, and I would beat him up and give him the Stone Cold Stunner. And that was way before he like blew up, and he was just like, I don't know if he was my favorite wrestler, but I also like, I don't know, they were just like friends to me, and it was really enjoyable the way they like took care of me. And
TNA days, you were an AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, yeah, he's awesome. He is awesome. I got to wrestle with him in the ring. He brought me aside and just took the time to really show me kind of this one, like a hurricanrana around the body, and I was so small that he could like pick me up and do it. And that was a special moment for me, because now looking at him, he's just big everywhere he went. It was awesome. But yeah, I would say AJ Styles is definitely up there. He's a really good guy.
Did you get the pin in your match?
Oh, I got the pin.
Okay.
On Adam Rose with my frog splash.
All right.
Yeah, it was a really good match, and they definitely helped me out. So,
What do you think of your first interview?
I love it.
I think you did great. Yeah, me too.
I'm comfy right now.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
not nervous. I'm just flowing back and forth. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
This is going to be the interview that people watch back in like 5-10 years and go, wow, look at
This is
Austin.
part of my, like this whole like, oh, he was Austin Gunn. Now he's Adam Rose. Blah, blah, blah.
Adam's not in the room anymore.
Not even in here. I guess I'll just change it to Demos. But no, but I mean, thank you for having me. This is really a cool opportunity and one of my first. So it's awesome. I really appreciate you guys taking your time and doing this.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you in the ring whenever you're fully healed.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to get back out there, and it'll be soon enough.
Awesome.
Soon enough.
Thanks, Austin.
Thank you so much. I
You're the
appreciate
man.
it.
So that's it. Austin Gunn's very first professional wrestling interview. He's funny, and he certainly inherited a lot of the charisma from his father. How cool would it be to see an interview with another second-generation superstar at this stage of their career with their parents in the room? Like, imagine watching an interview with Cody Rhodes or Bray Wyatt or Curtis Axel or Charlotte Flair, or even a third-generation superstar like Randy Orton or The Rock. So the sky's the limit for Austin Gunn. He certainly has the right people around him. I mean, who's his father's best friend and tag team partner? Road Dogg. And who does Road Dogg work for? And he's training at Team 3D Academy with the Hall of Fame Dudley Boyz. So it's really in his control from here. If you didn't see my interview with Adam Rose or Billy Gunn, I'll put them right down here. That'll put a lot more context in a lot of the inside jokes going on in this interview. Thanks so much for watching. Got a lot more interviews on the way, so please subscribe. See you soon.